No, no, I mean, like, listen, Steven, listen. This,
You realize that they're on the wrong side of everything right now, right?
I don't know, man. I'm surely not on the side of the army who went after this guy, because they were after this guy for no reason at all. He was doing nothing, and they were
Wait a minute.
attacking
After
him.
what guy? What guy were
Well,
they after?
the guy who takes care of the underground base in Iran or Iraq, I don't know. Okay.
Oh, you mean the body of the person that you were involved with?
Yes, the person I was involved with was not a good person. It was working for the
I
U.S.
see.
military.
So, all right. So you went, okay, wait a minute. I'm not talking about that person. I'm saying when you went and did this remote viewing thing and you basically entered into somebody's body and you were using them as your little puppet and they got in trouble.
Yes.
Are you talking about that person that got in trouble, the puppet? Who was the puppet that you used?
A clone.
Oh, you just grabbed an arbitrary clone and said,
Yes.
"Come with me," huh?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That must have been easy.
Yes. Very easy. One of the strongest clones I found. And my
Yeah.
team was captured, and from my team, I was captured, and he chose not to kill me. You know what I mean? Like not to eliminate me, or he chose to tell me a story. The one who captured me, the one who the U.S. Army was after. And one thing I can tell the U.S. Army or whatever, I'm here. Yeah, here. My name is, well, my screen name is James Lafleur, and I'm gonna tell you one thing: you guys are never ever gonna go inside, get inside. You're never gonna get inside there. You're not supposed to. And
Inside where?
the underground bunker that is a Nanonaki bunker, in Iraq or Iran.
Oh,
I'm not too sure.
okay. Well, I'm trying to just get into the bunker under the Getty. I haven't even thought about that one.
Yeah, the one you're talking about, Getty, would be very interesting to show people what actually is going on and what they're doing. That would be interesting. I would support that. I would tell people,
Well,
yeah,
that's the
let's
weak
occupy the
link.
Getty's parking lot. Let's occupy Getty.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's a good idea.
Bring attention to the Getty. Yeah, because they can't hide it. People go, "Oh, prove it, prove it, prove it." Okay, this is the proof. Everybody wants to know the proof.
Let's go
The
there.
proof
Yeah,
is
good idea. Let's prove it. Let's go
the
there.
proof is that they have billions of dollars and that I can say they commit crimes worthy of death, and yet they don't sue me. That's the proof.
Right.
Well, they
And
have
and
all
and
that money and all those lawyers,
pretty
and
sure that
I can
if
say anything.
pretty sure that if we occupy the Getty parking lot, like I mean like 10,000 people or more, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have trouble. Like I'm.
Well, what are they going to do? They're either going to have to acquiesce. I mean, I don't know. They're going to violently suppress it,
Yeah,
or
that's what I mean. Exactly. Without
well,
any motive, you know.
maybe
I'm
so. But
pretty
the thing
sure.
is,
I'm
though,
pretty
they
sure.
still somebody's going to have to talk about it. They don't want anyone talking about it because again, it's a weak link. If you go up there and say, "Why are you here?" and everybody says, "We're here because of the child sex slaves that are underneath this building." What are they gonna? They're gonna start beating on you? It's like, why are you beating on us? We're just trying to rescue the children. What do you have against that?
Exactly.
How is the media going to report that?
Exactly.
Protesters claim child sex slaves beneath billion-dollar museum complex. Police beat protesters. You know?
Exactly. That's not gonna sound good. Not gonna sound good.
No, it's not. It's like, hey, I go on the internet and I make these slogans and I tell people there's 100,000 child sex slaves under the Getty, and then I tag those memes by the FBI. Every meme that I put out there, I tag the Getty, I tag the FBI, I tag the police, the sheriff, the ACLU, I tag everybody.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
That's too
Nothing
weird. That's
happens.
too weird, man.
Weeks have gone by. I've been doing
Not
this
only
now
that,
for
your
weeks.
profile is still online.
My profile is still
That's
online,
even
and
more weird,
yeah,
Steven.
you can't tell me that they don't see it because I
Yeah, of course
tagged
they
them.
see it. Jesus
Yeah, they
Christ,
see it. I tagged
Snowden
the
kind of
FBI.
shouted out loud. They see everything, like they see everything.
I tagged the U.S. State Department. You
Jesus
know,
Christ, man.
it's like, how
I've
do they?
not,
Don't tell me
you're
they don't
not the only one. I've seen other people doing exactly the same thing as you doing, like tagging them and talking about stuff they shouldn't be. And you know what happens to them? They get blocked, they get deleted, but you're still there. That's amazing. That is amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they
People
haven't killed me.
who call like I would never do this because I don't think it's smart, but when you're a teenager, sometimes you do. So people who call themselves like the Illuminati, people who create profiles on Facebook call themselves Illuminati and start, like posting about CIA stuff, operations, and all that, and they think nothing's gonna happen. Well, a week or two, and they get banned. It's pretty easy, pretty damn easy. It's amazing though. You never got banned, and your profile's still there. And not only that, it's you're tagging everybody. That's damn weird. Nothing happening. So we should do something about this, Steven. Like we should tell people to go there, like and occupy their parking lot and see what happens. Because if they do respond violently, it's kind of obvious that they're hiding something. That there's hiding.
Well, the day will come for that, and obviously when it does come, it has to be spontaneous, and it almost has to be like one of these BS George Soros BLM protests that they're doing, or even the pipeline protests that they're doing in North Dakota. If they put that kind of energy into something like this, we could actually free the world of the New World Order.
Wow,
It's like,
really? Wow.
yeah, we could actually save the entire world, sure. This one thing will save the world.
Yeah, well, that's very interesting. Do you think that, well, the pipeline, for example, talking about the pipeline, do you think that's only to draw attention off of something, or is that something real?
The pipeline is real, but you got to understand that there's thousands of pipelines crisscrossing the United States. This is just one that they're building here recently, and it just happens to be in somebody's backyard that doesn't want it. That's called not in my backyard. So these people that are complaining, if it was someplace else, they wouldn't be complaining. So to me, that seems kind of selfish.
Right.
If they put, like I said, if they put that kind of energy into freeing the people that are being held captive under the Getty, we could free all those people being held captive, and we could liberate all of the gold that's hidden down there, which is more vast than anybody could possibly imagine. And, it's like 9,800% of the wealth in the world is underground in these things.
So, for example, the money that they're stealing in a lot of countries right now, Brazil, Turkey, a lot of countries that had coups going on and all that, money just disappearing from these countries. Where are they going? Like people are not the
Goes into
FBI.
these bunkers.
Yeah, that's what I gather. Because you know what, I have people from the FBI and well, Brazilian FBI, right, telling me that they have not found any trace of the money, not a single trace.
Well, that's
That's
because it's underground, and we're never going to save the world until we deal with the underground. So all this stuff that we do on the surface, it's like they're
well,
complaining that
the
somebody's putting
media
a
is doing
pipeline
a
on the
pretty
surface.
good job. The media is doing a pretty good job on maintaining us on the surface, huh? For
Well,
example,
fuck the
just gonna give
media.
you, yeah,
It's
yeah,
just the media.
of course, yeah, yeah, we can explode them. But listen, for example, Nibiru and all these things that are happening that some of the people call Project Bluebeam. It's like a fake stuff to draw the attention from the underground to the surface. You know what I mean? That would be a perfect
Uh,
explanation, for example. You know,
mm,
like how do you stop all these
no,
people
that's
from
not going to
thinking?
happen. You're not going to. That's not going to happen. Nobody's trying to draw the people from the underground to the surface,
No, I mean
and
like
they're certainly,
their attention,
they have
at
no
least
reason
their
to come up
attention,
here.
at least their attention. For
Dude, they're
example,
not. No, man, you don't get it. Why would they be paying attention to some projection up in the sky when they have their own sky?
oh no,
That doesn't make
I
any
think maybe
sense.
I expressed myself wrong. No, I mean like the people. I mean like lately, I don't
People on
know
the surface.
if you followed Facebook. Of course you do, but a lot of people posting two moons, double suns, and
Okay, but what about that?
I'm sorry.
What about that?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I'm asking you, for example, if you think that is fake. It's all projected, for
No,
example.
no. I think Nibiru is real. I think there's definitely a planet X. Obviously, there's all sorts of things going on out there
Yeah,
that
that's good because well, I have like 20 or more videos on that, and it seems real. It seems real.
uh, yeah, yeah.
I was just asking you, for example, if you thought that maybe the government was making that up just to like make us draw our attention from the underground, out of
No, no, because that's why they're building the underground. First of all,
well,
that's one of the reasons why they built the undergrounds,
they knew
just
about
for
it.
that
They knew
reason.
about it.
Yeah, they knew about it a long time ago, and this is what they built the undergrounds for.
Okay. Okay, so for example, they study ancient Egypt, they discover Nibiru and say, okay, let's build bunkers.
No, they
No?
basically found a bunch of aliens in Roswell, New Mexico, and the aliens said, "Well, you know, you like our technology. Well, guess what's going to happen to you in about 50 years?" And they said, "Holy crap! Let's make a deal. Let's do what we can to fight that."
Are you kidding? It
And
was like it was
that's what's
like
going
that,
on.
Stephen. I bet nobody knows about that. You're kidding me, really?
Well, I
I
thought
bet
people
like
knew
a
about that.
million people out there think that they discovered all that by like by investigating the pyramids
Oh,
or
hell no. The little grays that we captured in Roswell, New Mexico told us about this. That's why we entered into the treaty with them, because they were going to help us fight against these ones that they were telling us that were coming, i.e. the Anunnaki. But the thing is who can you trust? For all we know, and I believe this is true, is that the Anunnaki may actually have not be the bad guys anymore, and they may actually now be the good guys, and they may actually be commanded by none other than Jesus Christ. That could be what's really going on here, and it could be that all our efforts to fight off these so-called invaders are actually doing nothing but defending the dark side that's been keeping our planet captive for all these years.
I believe that
And
you
these
are
these
99% correct.
the ones that are coming are the ones that actually are coming to rescue us, and the bastards that are here in charge are using us to fight against them. And that's why we have chemtrails and HARP and all this crap, because it's for fighting against these aliens.
So they are already fighting against the aliens.
Hell yeah, they're fighting.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
You're okay. I should mention to your listeners that I'm actually running for president.
You
Okay,
are running for president.
I'm
I
running for president.
I
Stephen E.
will vote
Kelly,
for you.
2016.
2016.
Right in my name, 2016.
But
United States, obviously.
do you have a
No, I
campaign
don't.
going
Because
on?
my campaign, if you go to sorry, that was my T. If you go to I have a web page, not a web page, but a Facebook page for this campaign, and there's a platform, about a
Okay, you
45
can.
point
What is the
platform.
link? Link it to me right now.
Well, just go to
Facebook.com.
Facebook and do a search for Stephen D. Kelly for President 2016. It'll
Perfect.
come
That
right
is
up.
very easy. Okay. So if you wanna vote for Stephen D. Kelly for president, what is your idea for as a good place for us to live, Stephen? What is a
Well, first of all, my platform basically will save the entire world. If my platform is implemented, it will save the entire world. So it doesn't just serve the world and fix the problems of the United States, but it basically ends world hunger, takes away all poverty, takes away all pollution, takes away the radiation from the Pacific Ocean, and pretty much will lead to a paradise on Earth.
well, you know
If
what?
you,
How are you intending on doing that? Just to just
oh,
to
easy, you just got to read my platform. The very first thing we do is we end the Federal Reserve, we end the usury system, we repatriate the gold. I basically go to war against the Rothschilds and take back all that gold from the undergrounds. We start the war of the undergrounds. This basically will be the Occupy the Getty, because we'll go down there and we'll get back all the gold that they've basically stuck in those vaults down there. And while we're down there, we'll also get back all the technology that they've been hiding from us for hundreds of years, and we'll bring all
hundreds
that
of
up to the
years.
surface.
Nikola
Hundreds of
Tesla.
years.
What does Nikola
Nikola
Tesla have to
Tesla,
do with all
exactly.
that? Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, yeah. He's the
Obviously, they're using Tesla technology underground. Tesla, of course, had wireless power. You don't think that they're using light bulbs and crap that we use on the surface and actually running wires to turn things on down there, do you? Yeah, I mean, no, I don't think so.
Well, there
I mean,
are
come on.
places, there are hotels here in the world, in our world, right, in the surface world, that if you go to luxurious hotels, that if you see they don't use anymore, they don't use wires anymore as electricity. They have other ways, even water,
Oh, come
whatever.
on. Really? Really? Is that true? Where is this hotel? Tell me about this hotel.
Well, I can't tell you right now. I CRV to one. I don't
Ah,
know.
you can't tell me. Come on.
No, I don't know the name. It's true. I don't know the name. It's and maybe it's in Dubai, something like that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the entire
Well,
hotel or maybe just the last floor. Yeah.
what can I call if I want to say one of those silly Dubaians? What would be the proper way of saying that? What do you call what's the generic name for a person of Dubai descent? A
That's
Dubian?
a
Are they
Dubian.
dubious?
Oh my
They're
gosh,
dubious. They're
dubious.
dubious. What are they? Hey, you Dubian. You damn
You
Dubian.
tell me more about the wireless technology, Stephen. Have you ever seen it?
Wireless? Well, of course I've seen it.
The the the,
I
the, the
mean,
Tesla.
I did lectures on Tesla. You know, it's very simple, actually. All right, let me just say this. First of all, I learned about Tesla long before I learned about anything else. All right, that's one of the first steps to waking up. And I studied Tesla when in the early '80s, when I was a teenager.
Okay.
And you know, I graduated high school in 1976, but in 1985 we had the oil embargo, the Arab oil embargo, and at that time the United States lifted the ban on Tesla books coming into the United States, and they did that because they brought the books into the universities, into the quantum physics classes, and they were hoping that the students in the quantum physics classes would be able to come up with some alternative energy. And this is all happening, of course, during the Arab oil embargo, when the country was a little desperate, thinking, "Holy crap, we need something besides oil. Let's." And then they suddenly said, "Let's go back to Tesla." In 1985, the United States decided, let's go back to Tesla and see if maybe regular Americans, if they learn about this stuff, maybe we can catch up all of a sudden, which really stupid, of course, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's when Tesla books first came back into the United States, because up until that point, they had all been banned, and you had to go to Europe or something to get one, or you had to find a really old one in an old bookshop. So me and my buddies, we used to do that. We used to go to bookstores that had really old books laying, nobody had really looked at, and we would search for Tesla books. But then, like I said, in 1985, they were reintroduced into the United States. So there's only a few decent Tesla books out there. One's called Prodigal Genius. The other one's called Man Before Time. One was written back in the 30s, I think it was relatively old, although it's a really good book. It's written by somebody named O'Neill, I believe. And then the other book, Prodigal Genius, is a little more modern, not quite the same, but it's still excellent read. Once you learn about Tesla, then you're ready to start understanding the universe and start understanding everything, and it'll begin the wake-up process. Then you can start learning about other history, and if you want to do it really quick, you could then jump over and start learning about Victor Schauberger, who was the German biologist who developed the fluid dynamics propulsion systems that were eventually used to make the engines that they had for their flying saucers. And he also had to come up with a free energy device. So you got to learn about him. And then there's, of course, Wilhelm Reich, who learned about moving positive and negative energy using quartz crystals and water and things like this. And he was the guy that was able to make it rain. And he also was learning how major concepts of moving energy that were used eventually to develop the concepts of orgonite. And ultimately, if you look into what he was doing, you'll see that the energies that he was playing with were the same energies that were used in the Ark of the Covenant and things like this. But if you tie this all together, then you'll start understanding the universe a little bit.